If you fall into the same camp that I do and you are on the wavy side of things or the wavy curly side of things, sometimes volume is really our worst enemy. We kind of have this spectrum of volume and definition, and you can never really get both of them, but it's kind of nice to eke towards the center of the line and find a really good balance. And sometimes that can be really hard to find. So I've been testing a few different tools and techniques and things like that. My most recent tool that I've been testing have been the Curl Keeper clips. So these have kind of been making the round recently. My mom got these for me for Christmas, so thank you, Mom, for that. And I've just been testing these and working with them to see how I can get them to work with my hair. So I want to talk about that, talk about my suggestions and tips on how to use these and show you what I do with them. So that being said, if you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Lena and welcome to my bathroom. And if you do like content like this, please do like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Going into this, I have already styled my hair. I went in with the Curlsmith products, the Feather Light Protein Cream and the Shape Up Aqua Gel. Did my pretty normal routine. So if you'd like to see a little more information on that, definitely check out the link up above. You can definitely look at that in more detail. I just really applied these to my hair, keeping in mind that kind of the goal of this is to get some volume. So I went a little bit lighter on these instead of going a little heavier. Going in with a little bit less is going to help you get a little bit more volume. And then not only that, but you can always add more about halfway through your blow dry. Do this master's technique if you just didn't get quite enough gel. You don't need a ton. You can always add more. So that being said, I did my routine with this. Again, just keeping in mind things like volume. All of my brush styling happens at about a 90-degree angle away from my scalp. Just trying to focus on that definition. I have started kind of shaking the roots a little bit to try to help give them a little bit more texture, since my roots tend to sit pretty flat. I do have silky roots, and that will help kind of give you some volume as well. And I did actually already go in and diffuse my hair. If you want to see how I diffuse my hair, I did do a pretty recent update on my diffusing routine, and there's some things in that as well that I have changed to introduce volume as well. But I want to talk about the Curl Keeper clips and what I do with these and some things to keep in mind, because I have definitely learned a few things in the few weeks that I've started using these. Before I get into this, I want to touch on very briefly why you might want to consider something like this. I know $20 is kind of pricey. You do get 12 of these, and I only use 4 of them at a time, so they will last me probably a very long time. I haven't had anything break yet. I used to use something more like this, which is just a smaller claw clip, kind of a medium-sized one, I guess. But the problem with those is even if you're kind of pushing your hair up, it can still cause flatness at the roots in certain locations, as well as if your hair is even just the slightest bit damp underneath it, it won't dry. There's no airflow through it. Another really popular one that I think is kind of moving out of favor are those metal ones. I don't think I have any in my filming space. I used to keep them in here, but my daughter, my 2.5-year-old, found them like a week ago. And of course it had to be right before I filmed this video, and I don't want to go find them because I have no idea where she took them. She took them off. They're shiny. They're pretty. She likes to play with them, and they're just gone. The reason those have moved out of favor is because of the fact that they are metal like that. They do cause an increased likelihood of breakage, especially since you're putting them along your most fragile pieces, which tend to be your face framing pieces. And then also just they tend to get tangled really easily in the hair. They're not super big, and it could be hard to get them out sometimes without just like yanking them out. So something like this is nice because you see that it's taller like that, so it's going to pick the hair up. It's going to help hold it up away from your scalp, which is going to allow it to get a little bit of volume in it, as well as allow some air and movement in it as well. So it's not just completely stagnant, I guess. It's going to allow it to dry a little bit better, and it's just going to be a little healthier for your hair. So how do I actually apply these? Again, we are at the point in my routine. I have already styled my hair. I have already diffused it. My hair is probably about 80 to 90% dry, and that's exactly when I want to put these in. Normally I would do it right after I dried my hair. It's been a few minutes now at this point. So I might just go in here really quick with my diffuser and heat things up a little, again, just to help it be a little bit more manipulative. We'll go in with a low speed because that way I don't have things blowing around too much. And then on my blow dryer, I'll go in with a medium because that's going to be a nice warm in between. So I just did that for a couple seconds. This isn't really something you need to do unless you've taken a break between diffusing and putting your clips in. I like to put them in right after I finish just because it helps keep my hair out of my face as well. So some things to keep in mind with these. I like to pinch my hair and kind of push it up a little bit before I apply this. Some people will put it right along their parts just to help kind of pull that part together so it's not as obvious. I'll have to test that. I haven't actually tested that. But what I am keeping in mind is I want this piece right here to kind of stay on my root. So when I am actually bringing this together, this other side comes up and meets it at my part. Because if you are applying it and dragging it the other way, it's going to actually flatten your root. So let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. If you're doing this, that's actually going to flatten this section here instead of giving you the volume you want. I think that's actually what happened to me after reviewing some of the footage in the film battle that I did a few weeks ago, how I was talking about how the, I think it was the Do Move Step foam. I typically get a lot of really good volume out of that, and I didn't that time. And I think it was because I did something like this. I pulled it to the side, and this part actually was pulled flat instead of giving it volume. So again, keeping in mind that wherever you want that volume, which is typically kind of the middle of your head, that's where you want that clip to sit. So again, going in on this side over here and doing the same thing, picking up that hair, kind of pinching it, pushing it forward to get it up under the clip, and then having it bring itself to the center. Now, sometimes they will kind of slide down, so if I leave them in for an extended length of time, I'll kind of readjust them as I go. Now, I think this is the other mistake I made, I guess, is that you want to make sure this hair that you've clipped is kind of hanging forward. Because I think in the past what I've done is this has been kind of dripping back, and then I accidentally clip that in the clips in the back, and that actually straightens these pieces as well. I think, again, that's what happened with the Do Move Step texture foam, is I got these pieces caught in the one in the back, which pulled them a little bit straighter, which is definitely not ideal. So there's that. But I do like to pick up some of the ones in the crown as well, because I tend to struggle with volume in the back. Not only that, but if you do have like a cowlick in the back of your head, if you pick it up and kind of pull it over the cowlick, it will help it sit in a way that it's not as obvious. So I'm kind of just, again, puckering some of that up and then pulling it towards the center. And then I'm going to do one more clip here. Pinch and clip. Okay. So that's what we are kind of dealing with here. That one slid a little bit to the side, so I'm going to fix it. The other thing I've noticed is, especially if you are going to have these in your hair for a long time, sometimes if you don't get them settled quite right, they kind of sink down. And that can also actually flatten things out instead. So the thing about these is they are going to take a little bit of maintenance. They're going to take a little bit of watching until my hair is 100% dry. But if you do it right, they will help give you volume. So I'm actually going to go let my hair finish air drying the rest of the way. Like I said, it's probably about 80 to 90% dry at this point. And I will come back when it's completely dry to show you how I take these out. All right, so I am back. It's been a few hours and my hair is 100% dry. And my lovely daughter is over here sitting on the counter with me. And there's a reason for that to some extent. So I used to be able to put some clips up in my hair, and then I would just leave it till she went down for bed 4 hours after her nap. However, with these, so I'm going to take one out here really quick. Oof. So these are relatively easy to get out, but you just have to be careful. So part of the reason I can't leave these in my hair quite as long, they're a little pointy on the tip. So if you are someone who has a little bit of a sensitive scalp, you wouldn't be able to leave these in quite as long, because they do sit on your scalp. And especially, like I said, if they start to kind of tilt over like this one did, those points are digging right in, and it can be a little bit annoying. So just something to be aware of with these. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull all of these down, and then I'm going to fluff and I'm going to scrunch, and I'll talk about any final thoughts that I have.
Mommy, what's you doing? Putting all these down?
Yes, I'm going to pull all of the clips out of my hair now. Does that sound good?
I'm putting these forward.
Okay.
Pull my lips shut.
Okay. So there's two. Like I said, I've adjusted this one a few times because it keeps trying to slide down and fall over, which is actually going to reduce the volume instead of increasing it. So just something to be aware of.
Mine?
Yes, ma'am.
What you doing?
I'm pulling the clips out of my hair.
Can I play with them?
Yes, of course. All right, so I'm going to fluff this up a little bit, and I'll be back to talk about my final thoughts.
Look. Stick your finger in.
Yeah, you playing with that?
Ooh, this looks... What you doing with this?
I put it in my hair to give it a lot of volume. Let's see how it turned out.
Whoa, 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 wow. Jesus. Wow,
Yeah, I don't think I want to stick my finger in that.
Please. You stick like in it like this.
Like this? Okay. Here you go. You went back? All right, so here we are. So let's talk about some of the positive and the negatives of this. So the positives, I definitely have more volume. I even if I take this off so you can see it a little bit better here, it does look like it has more volume than normal. And especially up here on top, you can see that it's lifted it up and it is giving it some... It is giving it some lift at the root. It's nothing super extreme. These are not miracle workers, so it's going to do a little bit for you. My roots aren't damp at all, so it does allow for them to dry if there was just a little bit of dampness left. I know there was a little bit right here, so the fact that it doesn't have any dampness at all is definitely a big positive to me. Now, some thoughts that I'd had, I don't know the longevity of something like that. I don't know the longevity of something like this. I think it does help a little bit. So I would definitely say that these help give me volume. Now, again, on the negative sides, I do feel like with the fact that these are a little pointy, those are a little uncomfortable on the head. The other thing is, like I mentioned, they tend to slip and they tend to fall over, which is kind of the opposite of what you want. So if I were to design something like this, I would keep the height, but I would make this down on the bottom a little flatter, make these a little less pointy. The other thing too is sometimes I do find I get pieces like this a lot more with these that are just kind of sticking out because it picked them up and held them in a funny way. Now, some of that may just be that I need to be a little more careful when I put them in my hair, but just something to be aware of if you start seeing a little bit of frizz on top or some weird kind of scraggly pieces. Some other thoughts I had though, again, these, I actually did go find these. I had my daughter show me where she put them, and these are the ones I was talking about. These do a lot more damage, so I haven't used those in a rather long time. These are going to do a lot less damage to your hair, just by the nature of them. The other thought that I had a benefit of using something like this, if you are like me, I am someone who my hair tends to fall in my face pretty easily. And if I don't clip it up in a way right after diffusing, it tends to just sit more like this, and it's just constantly getting in my face. I'm constantly having to move it back. So if you're clipping it back and away from your face just a little bit, it's going to help keep it out of your face in the long term as well. Not only that, but like all my hair kind of grows forward to some extent, but it helps me take a lot of these pieces in the back and kind of direct them backwards as well. So those are really positive things for me. I do really like these, and again, for the number of clips you get, I only use 3 or 4 at a time. I know they're a little pricier, but I personally do find them to be worth it. So hopefully this video helped you out, whether you were deciding to buy these or you just needed a little help troubleshooting why they maybe weren't working for you. If you have any other further questions, please do drop them down in the comments below. If you like content like this, please do like and subscribe. I do post a brand new video every single Friday, and hopefully I will see you next time.